are you guys doing today? My name is Anima, and today we have a post-commentated Pokemon X and Wi-Fi battle for you all, this time against JJ, otherwise known as Eevee's Cliche, whose Twitter, no, for God's sake, whose YouTube link will be in the description down below. Now this guy, he is a great guy, he's a really sweet guy. And I suggest you go and check him out because he does competitive battling. I know you get pushed around from one channel to the next, but believe me, he's a good guy. So, you know, just go and do it if you want someone wholesome, who's doing competitive stuff. And, you know, just a good guy, just a good guy. Really nice energy, really nice energy. As well, some motivation for you all if you if you beat him. Or if you get him down to his last 2 Pokemon, then there is a reward in it for you. If you actually beat him, get him down to that kind of stage, you will receive a shiny Pokemon. And this includes even, like, Callous ones. So yes, you will receive a 5IV, like, shiny Pokemon, because he has a bazillion. So, chop chop if you're interested. And yeah, he's a really chill guy, an absolute pleasure to talk to. So, with that in mind, let's talk about the actual battle now, folks. Ugh, God, this is just such a bloody situation, isn't it? This is a mixed tier battle. I did tweet out looking for a maximum of 3 OU Pokemon, please, was the only requirement, only restriction. And yeah, this is what occurred. As you can see, there is a maximum of 3 OU Pokemon in each person's party, which is very nice. Very good indeed. And yeah, I'm liking the looks of these teams. This is a team that I was extremely comfortable with it, but in my later years, I've become less comfortable with it, which is a bit of a ball ache, to be honest. My balls are aching, actually, at how unused to this team I am, but like, it is a pretty threatening team, it is pretty cool. And his team is pretty threatening, pretty cool. I like it, it's good, it's scary. Anyway, let's hit play. So you can see what I saw, and we can share the past together. So JJ is issuing a challenge, looking lovely and brown, and nice colours, white and green. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Leads with the shiny Donphan, as I lead with my Weaver. Now, I decided to go straight for the fake out here just to break the sturdy, and I was really hoping for Ice Punch to do more damage. More damage than it did anyway. Yes, but Weavile is just generally a very good lead because you can get like the fake out. It's fast as fuck, and it just does so much damage. Now, I kind of played a little risky here because I thought he's not gonna go for EQ Stro. He's gonna predict me switching out and go for his rocks. But if he had leftovers, I would have been in a great position, but he actually has the citrus, and I'm going to guess this might be because of a lack of leftovers. But either way, lack of leftovers or not, or deliberate or not, it was great for him because my next Ice Punch will not be able to come close to killing him. So he's free to go for the EQ on Bubbles. Bubbles, the Gastrodon, who I just adore. I absolutely love Bubbles. I think Bubbles is just hysterical. I love Bubbles so much. But unfortunately for me, I do not actually run a stab move. That EQ does a buttload of damage. Literally a veritable buttload, a large ghetto booty load of pain. So he goes for the second EQ, and this does a shitload of damage. He's got absolutely no reason to switch out. Not really, because I pack the Ice Beam instead of Scald. I use these interchangeably, so don't think that you'll know. But if I had Scald, it would have killed because it would have been stab and all that goodness. But I am forced to fodder Bubbles here because I don't want anybody else to switch into an EQ, and this is the point where I looked at my team and went, huh, I have an Earthquake weakness. Yeah. But this team, 5 of the members are right. I don't know about the 6th one. I don't know if Weavile was originally on the roster. So this is a team that I've been quite comfortable with, but the 6th member is a bit elusive. So he does switch out, wanting to preserve his Donphan, and goes into the Landorus, who has the Intimidate, who's a bit sad, but honestly this is not an offensive Caesar at all. This is my specially defensive Defog Caesar, with the Defog and Bullet Punch U-turn and Roost and all that stuff. But this thing is a Life Orb Landorus, and it is going to do so very much damage with that Earthquake. So very much. I feel like I'm not knowing my Pokemon's ability to take things lately. So I'm gonna need to really like examine these things and be a bit more considerate of it, because that did so much damage. That did so much damage. You're gonna need a Levitator on this team. So I go for the Bullet Punch just to get just some damage off on this thing to put it in range, definite range of Ice Shards and so on and so forth. Help everybody out, because the Landorus is Life Orb and not Scarf, which means it is at a very comfortable 91 speed to deal with. That's still kind of fast, but we can deal with it. We can deal with it. So I go into Snake. The Snake's a demon, outspeeds the ever-loving crap out of every single thing in the world, and I'm free to go for an Ice Punch as I please, free to just kind of go for whatever the hell I want, as he goes into the Donphan. I'm just foddering off at this point, which is a good play, not wanting his other Pokemon to take as much damage. So I go for that Ice Punch, and it is going to kill, not really surprising considering the range and the super effective damage that it does in fact deal. So Snake is kind of... Snake's looking fairly good. Honestly, it's not that like... Honestly, Snake will mostly die to the Life Orb recall, which is a very good sign. Now out comes the Alakazam, and I forgot the mechanics of knockoff here, because I thought if he's got a sash, then and I knock it off, will that count as the sash being used? Will that count as that happening? Because I knew I outsped, but I just was not sure if that would kill. So I went into my Arcanine predicting the Dazzling Gleam, and I take that very nicely because I'm specially defensive as he goes into the Landorus. Now, I really can't bloody deal with this thing any which way or the other. I really, really can't. But I did go for the Flamethrower because I wanted to get some solid damage off, and I knew that, that if he switched out, it would get more damage on the next thing, and so on and so forth. So it is extremely nice that he did just go out into the Landorus here. But now he's forced back into the Alakazam because he doesn't want anybody else to get beaten by this thing. And I'm free to go for whatever move I want. I do decide to go for the Flamethrower again because more damage means party. But yeah, I could have gone for the E-Speed, but regardless I was going to endure the same amount of damage here. So knowing that my next Flamethrower will be able to take him out or whatever like that, I'm free to switch into my Weavile, who will be immune to the predicted Psychic type move, which is extremely nice. And I do outspeed, and I go for that knockoff, and it is going to kill, which is extreme. It's just so cool. I just really... I love Snake. And you see there's the Focus Sash. So I'm not sure how it works. If someone could explain that to me, that'd be pretty cool. We might get like 50 people doing that, but that's okay. That's okay, that's fine. And he goes out into his Gardevoir, and I did watch some of his videos before battling him, and I thought, this thing is scarfed. I thought this thing is scarfed because I'd seen it in another video, and I'd seen that it was scarfed, so... I do research on you if you're a YouTuber, so just watch out. But I go into my Arcanine just kind of to take the Moonblast here. I wasn't sure if it would kill or not, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try and take it and hit it up with an E-Speed or something like that next turn, just to do some damage to it to the point where a combination of Fake Out, Ice Shard will be enough to take it out. And that's precisely what occurs. Kaboom, boom, 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 boom. My dog will move at lightning speed and just kind of chuck itself all over this fairy thing. Oh, Gardevoir, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Love Gardevoir. God, bae. So I'm free to go into Snake here and go for the Fake Out Ice Shard combo. Now, how I use Weavile, like there's kind of, the way I see it, there's a lot of ways to use Weavile. You can kind of do the Swords Dance thing, or you can kind of do like the ideal revenge killer thing with the Ice Shard and the Fake Out and so on and so forth. And that's really good. The Gardevoir is going to go down, and it's really great to get a powerful knockoff on something because Weavile does force switches, so it's just a really good Pokemon in that regard, and it can have a low kick and brick break and all that stuff. So I went for the knockoff here just to get rid of this thing's Eviolite, and I was like, well, the way I see it, I don't need Snake as much right now. I just need to get rid of this thing's Eviolite so that everybody else can come and deal with everything. But he goes for the Super Fang, perhaps predicting the outswitch to do as much damage as possible to the next thing that would come in. And he does go down to the following Ice Punch. Now, knockoff was the better option at first because Ice Punch with the Eevee would not have done as much damage because it's just a beast. I do decide to go for the Ice Shard just to do some damage to this thing to put it at a reasonable point. Now, Magic Bounce, I don't think Magic Bounce bounces Intimidate. So, I was fearing him going for the Swords Dance here. But at +1, his Swords Dance wouldn't have been able, because it would have been reduced by the Intimidate, it would not have been able to take out Manectric. At least I think that's how Intimidate works. That's what I was banking on for this situation if he had gone for the Swords Dance. But to my luck, he does go for the Sucker Punch. And I am free to go for the T-Bolt and take down this Absol. So no Mega. But the last time I fought an Absol, it was Focus Sash, and it was very masterfully used. And it was actually used by IPokeShuckles. I'll actually include a link to his YouTube in the description because very good. Very, very good battle. Very solid indeed. But yes, thank you so much, JJ, for the battle. Thank you very much indeed. It was an absolute pleasure interacting with you. And thank you for the shiny Noibat. So guys, stay tuned for a shiny Noivern, which is going to be amazeballs. Literally balls of great floating amazing. So I don't know what that looks like, but presumably something pretty cool. So guys, leave a like if you liked that battle, if you enjoyed it, but of course you don't have to do any of that noise. Leave a commento if you're so inclined, letting me know what you think, letting me know how you are. And answer the QOT duh, which is going to be, let me consider what that could possibly be. Hang on. Alrighty, okay, so we've thought of something, and that is, what are the traits you value the most in other people? Feel free to specify roles as usual, answer in as much or as little detail as you would like. So traits that you value in other people. As per usual, the questions of the day are designed to make you laugh, make you think, or, I mean, they're either just stupid or something else or whatever, you know? But I like asking different things than just like usual Pokemon related questions, but there's nothing wrong with those, and I'll probably ask some of those at some point, but till then, till I can still think of stuff, that's gonna be how it goes. So traits I value are just sincerity, sensitivity. I like sensitive people. I like niceness. I like kindness. I do not have time for arrogant bullshit. I do not have time for people who aren't nice to other people, because I think people who act like that they're above it, they're shy, they're insecure, because being nice costs nothing. And as well, a principle that I really truly believe in is do unto others as you would have them do unto you, as well as it is so much easier to beat a man than it is to win him. So that's like, you can defeat somebody really easily, and you can make them feel bad, and you can make them dislike you, but it's a lot harder to win that person. So it's a lot harder to do that. It's a lot easier to act cool and standoffish, I think. But of course, if you are shy, then that's just how you are. That's not like being mean or anything, but people who go out of their way to being mean, or people who kind of I don't know, people who just aren't respectful. I really hate arrogance too. Don't even get me started on arrogance. Just be a cool and chill person. Treat other people as you would have them treat you. You'll be my best friend. You'll be my best friend. Basically, my best friends have all been very sweet and kind people, and I really value them very dearly. Anyway, I'm sorry if that sounded like a vicious tirade. It's okay if you're mean to people. I'll still love you, but judge you deep down inside. Deep down inside. You know, your life is your own, and I'd never tell you what to do. Anyway, I'm rambling. So guys, subscribe as well if you have not already, because it's been an absolute joy to have you around. But more importantly than likes, commentos, and subscribes is for you all to take care of yourselves, please. And I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!